Now we are going to discuss how to name alcohols and ethers. Functional group for naming alcohol. Functional group for alcohols. Functional group is OH and suffix added will be OL. When this OH functional group added to a carbon chain, the carbon compound becomes alcohol, and the suffix we will add here OL at the end of the name. Suppose it is one carbon compound, methane, CH4. In place of one H, if I add here OH, the compound becomes methanol. How to write the name of this compound? Methane. It was methane, but now we delete this E and add OL, so the compound becomes methanol. In the same way, if it is two carbon chain, the compound becomes ethanol. In this case, we will write ethane, we delete E and then add OL, so it becomes ethanol. Ethanol. This compound is 2 carbon alcohol, ethanol. Now I understand that you can name the compounds with OH functional group. If it is 3 carbon chain and OH is added to this carbon, now what is the name of this compound? Can you name the compound? Try naming the compound, please. In this case, now we need to mention the number of carbon atom to which OH is bonded. Here this OH is bonded to carbon number 1. This is carbon number 1, 2, 3. Because if I number the carbon from this side, it becomes 3. So we need to choose a small number. It is number 1. So in this case, the name of the compound becomes propane, P-R-O-P-A-N, propane dash 1 dash OL, propane 1 all. If it is a 4 carbon chain and OH is added to some other carbon atom, not at the end. Now name the compound, please. In this case, OH is not bonded to carbon number 1. OH is bonded to carbon number 2. You can see here, if I number the carbon atom from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I number from right hand side, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 is a small number, so we choose this number. So it is butane 2 all. Butane 2 all. We write butane, B-U-T-A-N dash number 2 dash OL suffix. So the name of this compound becomes butane 2 all. Now naming ethers. Naming ethers. The functional group for this compound ether is oxygen bonded to 2 carbon atoms. In this case, oxygen is bonded to 2 carbon atoms, means ethers have 2 alkyl groups separated by an oxygen atom. Ethers have 2 alkyl groups. This side one alkyl group, this right hand side another alkyl group. The alkyl group number of carbon atom may vary. Suppose I have one carbon. So in this case, suppose I have one carbon on both the side. Then name of this compound becomes methoxymethane. We add here oxy. So name of the compound is methoxymethane. We add here oxy to in between both the alkyl groups. But if the 2 carbon chains are of different carbon number, then how to write the name of the compound? Suppose it is one carbon, this side two carbon, and one carbon on the right hand side. In this case, we'll add oxy to the smaller chain. This is one carbon, this is two carbon chain. So we will add name of oxy with this carbon chain. It will become methoxyethane. Methoxyethane. If I give you a compound now, I hope you can name the compound. No matter the smaller chain is on the right hand side or left hand side, we need to add the name oxy with the smaller chain. Suppose this is one compound I have given you here, and another compound I am making here as in the first case. You can see that oxygen is here, and on the right hand side there are two carbon chain, and on the left hand side there are three carbon. So oxy is added to the two carbon, means it is ethoxypropane. Name of this compound is ethoxypropane. As I said, oxy is added to the smaller chain first, and then we write the longer chain name here as propane. So now you can name this compound. This side three carbon, and on the right hand side there are four carbon. Oxygen is here in between these two carbon. What is the name of this compound? Try please. Name of this compound is propanoxybutane. Because it is three carbon, oxygen will be added to this carbon, and this is four carbon, so we write its name at the end, butane. So it is propanoxybutane. This is how we name alcohols, and uh, this is how we name alcohol and ethers. Once more, naming alcohols and ethers, what we have done till now, the alcohol functional group is OH. Suffix we add here as OL. When it is an alcohol, OH is the functional group, and OL is added as a suffix by removing E at the end of the name of alkane. If it is methane, methane, we delete E and then we add OL to it. So if it is one carbon alcohol, it is methanol. If it is two carbon alcohol, it is ethanol, because ethane, and then we remove E and then we add OL to the at the end as a suffix, it becomes ethanol. In the same way, this is propanol, but after two carbon. If it is more than two carbon chain, we need to mention number of the carbon atom where OH is added. So in this case, OH is bonded to carbon number 1. So we have written the name here, propane 1-ol. In the same way, if OH is bonded to carbon number 2 and it is a 4 carbon chain, name becomes butane 2-ol. Now naming ethers also we have done. Here the functional group is oxygen, and oxygen is bonded or oxygen is located in between two alkyl groups, one on the right hand side, one on the left hand side, and number of carbon in the alkyl groups on both the sides may vary. So if it is one carbon on the right hand side and one carbon on the left hand side, we name it as methoxymethane. It becomes methoxy, this is methoxy and methane. But if the number of carbon atom varies on both the sides are different, then we add oxy to the smaller chain. See here, this is two carbon chain on the left hand side, one carbon chain on the right hand side. So we add oxy with meth and it becomes methoxyethane. In the same way, it is two carbon chain on the right hand side, three carbon chain on the left hand side. So we will add oxy with eth. So it becomes ethoxy. It becomes ethoxypropane. In this example, there are 3 carbon on the left hand side, 4 carbons on the right hand side. We will add the name oxy with 3 carbon propanoxy butane.